Welcome back again on this platform. This is BVI Channel 1 Plus, the voice of the people, the oppressed indigenous people trapped within the Nigerian British colonial contraption. Don't get it twisted. This is the nightmare of corrupt colonizers masquerading themselves as your political leaders. Oh yes. You've heard me say time and over before now that you cannot campaign for either APC or PDP candidates without looking stupid, without sounding so foolish. Let me not take your time. Let me begin with the one they call Deji. His frustration have migrated into becoming an insanity. You remember Peter Obi making this very statement.
Divide 650 with 18.9, you give 29 point something billion dollars. Go and verify it.
Yes, this statement have really, brought out the insanity of the man you call Deji. Look at what he posted on Facebook, mocking himself like Reno or Mokre. With the figures Peter Obi stated in the last week program he had at the International Conference Center in Abuja. Now, we the obedient Nigerians want to address Deji properly. When Peter Obi say go and verify, this is no longer the era where you politicians and their stooges come to sell to Nigerian people cock and bull story without verification. Now, when Peter Obi say go and verify, Mr. Deji, if you divide 18.9 trillion naira by 650 naira per dollar as at the price we have it today in the market, what will he give you? No, the people as I dey talk, make una dey press una calculator.
Divide 650 with 18.9, you give 29 point something billion dollars. Go and verify it.
But this man made this post mocking himself like Reno or Mokre. Now you see how stupid these men sound. And if you flip it over to some of other people, some of them who I have engaged with, they will tell you, oh, because they feel that Peter Obi cannot win this election.
If our people are sympathetic to vote for him, it's equivalent to voting for Tinubu. Because to touch a core part of PDP, which is the Southeast, and they vote for Peter, and there's no way that vote leads us to victory, it's an advantage to Tinubu.
That is their only basis for supporting either Atiku or Tinubu. You can imagine that nonsense. Now, Nigerians have known better because as you dey talk am, we dey verify. Now let us flip over to that of APC. Now that one sound more stupid. Keyamo went on the TV to tell Nigerians that Tinubu did not attend primary school and secondary school, perhaps from the schools, that he burnt his midnight candles at home to teach himself and to learn from home.
Which one did you submit?
Where's the primary? Where's the primary?
I just explained that to you now.
You're confirming to us that he didn't go to a primary school. Is that what you're saying?
He did not reveal it. But I'm just telling you that he did not reveal it. But I'm telling you that in those days, you don't have to go. You don't have to. They read and pass GC from home. Great men do.
And secondary school?
Great men. Yeah, the secondary school. That's GC now.
Yeah.
Yes, they pass it from home.
Okay. But they pass it from home?
Yes, okay. Great men do. Okay. And it's a part of it in fact, it is one of the virtues that you used to know great men. So that they read from home. They read and dug in and burnt the midnight oil from home.
You can imagine that stupid narrative he wants to sell to Nigerians, forgetting that this is the era of verification. Now, I want to tell Nigerian people, and also to respond to Keyamo, thinking that we are stupid, that we know exactly why Tinubu is hiding his secondary school or primary school results, because it's going to reveal a whole lot of things. Tinubu attended both primary school and secondary school. Now me talk am. You can still go and do your own verification. They are trying to hide the fact that the man has multiple or controversial identity. You know, like I said, when you want to sell bad product, you know they easy. And it beats my imagination how this man bluntly wake up in the morning to sell this bad product to Nigerian people, just like they did in 2015. And they brought this calamity upon Nigerian people in the name of government. They are now selling Tinubu, thinking that we don't know that Tinubu has a controversial identity. Where will you start from? I wonder how these men are doing it. If you try to sell him to or campaign him to any Nigerian, where will you start from? Is that talking about his age? Oh. Or will you start from his previous record in Chicago and the case of drug related? You know, understand now? For Chicago. What about his real identity? Where is he from? Is he from Lagos State or from Osun State?
All right. Let's go back to the issue of corruption. You said those were just allegations.
Yes.
But I'd like to know, how did he make his wealth? How did he make this so much very big wealth that he can afford a bullion van prior to an election in his home? That's a staggering, colossal amount of wealth. How did that wealth come about? Because I think if I check his resume, the last thing I saw was a counter with mobile. You know, what business does he do? He's been in government for a while. How did he make that wealth? That's one. Two, there's been discrepancies about his age. I ask you, how old is he?
Well, let me tell you, you see, these two questions you've just posed, it's part of what I have answered earlier. I think at this point that we've gotten to, our emphasis should be on the pedigree of this candidate, what he has demonstrated that he has done, what he has achieved, how he has changed the revenue of Lagos State, how he has put a long-term plan to implement infrastructure. How he has ensured that he instilled discipline.
Honorable Jibril.
How much people that he has built.
Honorable Jibril.
These are the focus that we should concentrate on.
Honorable Jibril.
Because most of these political issues that we keep raising front and back will not solve the problem. So the emphasis now, the focus now should be on the capacity and the competence of this candidate.
Honorable Jibril, how did Bola Ahmed Tinubu make his money? That's all I want to know. You can tell me what we can focus on. We'll talk about it in the manifesto. How did Bola Tinubu make so much money that he had a bullion van in his home on election day? And how old is he? Those are the questions the people are asking out there. How old is he? How did he make the billions?
I'm also putting it Also now, you've asked your question clearly, and I will give you a simple and clear answer. And when you continue to repeat the question, you will get the same answer. These are all trash from the internet that people keep putting together, and we will not elevate such conversations. But when the campaign commences, we will bring out facts and figures and put before Nigerians. But we will not create a narrative for them. So for now, the emphasis is on the competence of the candidate, what he has achieved, the network he has built, the people he has invested in, and his plan for a better Nigeria.
All right. Can I ask you this? How was this trash? Bullion van was found in his home. The pictures were viral, and there's been no denial. So how are you saying that is trash? And how is it trash that we want to know how the person that will lead Nigeria made so much wealth? You know, and also the declaration of being rich and also state. So that's not trash. How did he make his money? That's all I want to know. And tell me how old he is, so I can take you by something, because there's been discrepancies too by the people of his age and his wealth. It's just a question I'm asking, please.
And the Rufai is just an answer that I'm giving you as well. You see, unfortunately, you are posing the question as a journalist. What will satisfy you is when I say things the way you want me to say it. So you don't want to respect my own response. And I think it is unfair and probably very unprofessional. Because the response is simple. We've raised issues here about corruptions. I gave instance with even Ruben Abati himself. And I gave several instances of a lot of politicians in Nigeria where you will see stuff like this on the internet. Well, and we said we are not going to elevate such conversation, and we will not.
Okay, Honorable
So if you put the question before me 100 times, I will not.
So there is no way you can, campaign for this man without getting some backlash from his controversial lives. But we will be obedient Nigerians. We dey verify every record. So Nigerians, it's up to you. Do not be deceived. This is exactly why they are trying everything possible to shut down this voice. By bringing down our big channel that is over nearly 200,000 subscribers. But we are bouncing back. All I need you to do is to click on this subscription button. Because very soon we'll be offloading content that we are just starting. We are just testing the microphone on them. Okay? But I want to let him know that we are on the watch. Deji, Reno, name them, all of you. Dino Malayo or whatever they call themselves, Kiyamo and the rest of them. Nigerians, yeah? We dey gather on a record. All of on a record, we go play one after the other. I need to come. I'm signing out. I just say make I inform Nigerians and address the stupidity of this man that thinks we are stupid. I'm signing out. Please, I want to have your submission on the comment section. Drop it hot and stay connected. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and let every other person know that this is the home and the voice of obedient and oppressed Nigerians. Stay safe. Thank you.